trashy.
Hotel Colorado, thanks for having us. You guys give it up for the hotel one more time. I have to shout out Alta by name. She is the right hand that helped get all this together. So let's give her one big hand. Thank you so much, Alta. I'm the kind of guy I like to sharpen my skills, you know? So recently I bought a book and it's Comedy for Dummies. And I'm just trying to, but so one of the first things it told me is that I need to accurately use the edge of the stage. So I'm gonna ask you guys to help me with that tonight. If I'm not close enough, you guys can like all flip me off or something, okay? So I'm gonna work on that, all right. I like this edge of the stage personally. I'm gonna go, this is way more comfortable. Oh, my anxiety just dropped all the way down, dude. Okay. Now let's try this first joke. All right. Have you guys ever gotten so high that you forgot you were driving to the dispensary? Wow, that went really well. I'm going to use this edge now. Sweet. So the other day, I was getting down to my last bit of weed, and I realized, all right, cool. So I grabbed my last joint, jumped in the car, and took a little drive to the dispensary, as we do.
Seeds and stems.
Which dispensary do you go to? What was that? Do they have good ounce prices? What was it? So I took off to the dispensary, you know, I got in the car, I lit the joint up, and you go on your little drive. Well, I put on a Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah. And there was this rad archaeologist lady on there, and she was talking about all these incredible sites that they have all over the planet, and they're lacking funding, and, you know, Göbekli Tepe, guys, we have to excavate it, you know, and there's just no money for these things. And I was getting into it, man. I pulled into the parking lot, and there was still so much of the podcast to go, you know. So I sat there, I was listening for a while. She went on about, dude, they've done some LiDAR down in the Amazon, and there's more stuff to go. And so I got to the end of my joint, and I was like, damn, I'm out of weed. So I pulled out my app. I see some older gentlemen, guys, we have apps to get weed now. This is facts. So I pulled out my app and I said, dispensaries closest to me, search. Guys, I was in the parking lot. For like about 32 seconds, I thought my fucking app had teleportation. It was a whole new world. Yeah. So, do you guys remember in the 90s you would drive around and you would see the billboards, you know, stop smoking now, ask me how. There'd be an 800 number and you'd call it and they would send you like patches, and then sometimes they would send you vapes, right? So go to 2024, you're driving around, what are the billboards you see, you know? Stop vaping now, ask us how, right? Well, guys, I've been vaping for a long time, so I called, I got their products in, I used the products, and I haven't vaped in 3 weeks. Yeah, give me some kind of hand. Yeah. Thank you. They sent me this stuff, guys, it is called crack. I haven't even considered vaping. Oh, it's wonderful. Growing up, my dad was the Orkin man, and he worked for them for 40 years. Just recently retired, had a great career. But in the 80s, they put out those commercials. You remember when Terminator came out? And then, yeah, you remember when they put out that Orkin commercial, and the guy was in the robot suit? The Exterminator, remember? Guys, I was like 7, 8 years old. I was convinced that my dad would get up in the morning and go to work and get in this giant robot and go to all y'all's house and kill the termites and all the bugs dead, right? My dad was like a superhero to me. I would go to school and my friends would be like, my dad's a firefighter, my dad's a lawyer. I'm like, my fucking dad's a robot, dude. So, go to a few years later, I'm 13 years old. I'm starting to find other things, I know Santa Claus isn't real at that point. But I was a 13-year-old boy. I find skateboarding, I find some cigarettes, and I found pornography. The guys who come in the videos, who's the first guy? He's bringing the package, right? He's the delivery guy, huh? Who's the second guy? Sometimes it's the plumber, and he's bringing the pipe, But sometimes the third guy was the exterminator. My dad became a whole new level of superhero to me, guys. Go to school, my dad's a lawyer, my dad's a doctor. I'm like, my dad's having sex with your mom. My dad was cool. So I'm turning 50 in May. Thanks. So I'll finally be down to 3 boners a day, for Christ's sake. You guys remember being 20 years old? 30, 40 boners by lunch? Oh, Joe. Just walking around. Jesus. Sorry, cat. Oh, Jesus. It's way less stressing, I'm just saying, right? So I do like to read into the news, and I just recently found out in India you can purchase people for $400. Kind of makes the Apple iPhone 17 seem a little weak, right? Fucking India just came out with people. Do you guys, I see some, you guys have kids? You guys have some kids, right? Yeah, my son's 24 and he just graduated a major university. I'm stoked about that. Thanks. But he's still a virgin. I don't think I have any, there's no grandkids coming, guys. It's like, comes home from college with this little paper. I know science, I know math, quantum physics. Oh. I'm like, I spent $60,000 and you don't know what a vagina looks like. Money not well spent. Yeah. At this point, I'm blaming Minecraft, you guys. I don't think we need Planned Parenthood. We just need Minecraft to count straight, man. Jesus. Much like many, I like to experiment with music. I'm a scientist. I'm a mathematician. I think we've already been over this, So if you guys want to take part in a really quick experiment at the end, there's a prize, okay? So I'm going to sing 5 words, and you're going to automatically sing the 6th word. You won't even know you're going to do it. It's just going to happen, all right? So get ready. Ready? Thank you for being a friend. Benny, that was a 97% success rate. You guys know what the prize is? Hotel Colorado's very first orgy. Guys, it's on. You did it. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to my jokes. My name is Jason.
Give it up for Jason, ladies and